Alright, now we'll create methods for user controller. So we are going to create some endpoint in users. So before we define anything here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write one base path for users controller, and that would be users. It will be in plural. Now I'm going to create a method for list. I'm going to create a method for get user by ID, and I'm going to create one method for update. Okay, now for the list, since I'll have to call the service methods like for each controller endpoint. If I'm defining some method here, that will ultimately call one of the method from user service. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna create an instance. So basically I'm gonna acquire an instance which Nest dependency container will create automatically for this provider. I mean for user service provider. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it in one variable, read only, private read only user service, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna define its type as user service. Okay, now for the list, I need to create one method, uh, get users. Now for this I can mark it as async, and this will be a get endpoint. Okay, now for this I might be calling user service dot get, or you can say find all users. And we don't have this method, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create this method first, and let's say async find all. Right now I will keep it empty. I'll go back again in controller, and I'll create one method for get user by ID, and this will probably be async get user, and this is going to be find one, and I'll create one method for update, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create one method for find one, and one for update. Okay, and we'll have to return it so that for this endpoint user can see some response. So until unless we return, the response will not be received. Okay, get user will accept one parameter. So this is going to be a get endpoint with one ID, let's say user ID, yeah, user ID as parameter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna define param here, and from param I can take user ID, and this will be a user ID, and it will be a number. Okay, we'll create one pipe so that the string will be passed and to number, and it will also be verified whether we are passing some valid value in user ID. So let's say someone passed -1 or someone passed some alphabet, then this kind of verification we are going to do in a pipe, and we'll create it soon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do before that, I'm gonna define a method for this update. So it will be a patch, Okay, and patch, in patch as well, I need to define what parameter for what user I'm going to update. So I'll take it as user, and I'm going to use user ID. This is going to be user ID and number. Okay, all right. In next video we'll see how we can create a pipe for this. Sometimes like when we are using Postman, then when whoever will be using the API endpoint, there's a chance like someone forgets to pass a valid number from the URL, then it will throw some different errors, some internal errors or something like that. But we don't want to do that. So what we are going to do, we are going to create a pipe and validate here, and in case something happens, then it will be reverted from here. It will not trigger anything else. Okay, okay, that's it till now, and we'll see how we can create valid pipe.